What's going on, ladies?
I'm better at hard things than you.
I'm dead. Oh my god!
Hello, everybody, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. Happy Friday. Hope you guys are having a fantastic start to your day. And today we have a special guest. Welcome to the podcast experience, episode number 3. We have Nozzabox on the scene.
Good morning, guys. How are we doing?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well, thank you. Very well.
And we also have that kid in the hat. What kind of hat is that? Are you trying to cover up the fact that you're bald, Steve?
It's definitely it. My hair's already gone. So actually, you should know this. It's just Chicago.
I'm
Chicago Bulls.
Oh,
Dude.
look at mine though.
Oh God, put it back on, Jesus.
And I'm younger than you.
That's
so
true.
It
It doesn't make any sense, man. Anyways, guys, yes, welcome to the stream. It's episode 3. We're moving up in the world, guys. We're keeping it strong with the G2A podcast experience. And yeah, so as you guys can see, we have special guest Nozzabox. He is a streamer, content creator, and Warzone specialist. Nozzabox, why don't you introduce yourself a little bit to us?
Well, I think you're blowing smoke up there with the Warzone specialist, but welcome. Appreciate it. I'm Nozzabox. I'm a full-time streamer and have been for the last 2.5 years, but been streaming for over 5.
Wow.
Where did it all start?
Sorry?
When did it all start? So where? Which game did you start streaming?
So the first time when the PS4 first came out, PS4 and Xbox One, and I was playing Elder Scrolls Online, and it had the integration with just clicking stream to Twitch. So that's where it first started. After 3 attempts, I was hooked.
I know. I don't know if you guys watched it. We did a special stream the other day where it was me, you, and Nicolan, and I asked you in the stream. Why did you get into streaming? So could you tell people what's right now?
I mean, yeah, I tried streaming out. I enjoyed the fact I could interact with people that were like-minded like myself. They were gamers or having fun, and I got very, very hooked and addicted to the interaction part to it. And I remember telling the wife, I was like, look, I really could do this. This could be a thing. And my wife was like, just slow your horses down. Have fun with it. See where we go from there. And after the first month, I went, I need a PC. I need a PC. This is ridiculous. I need to... So we got a PC and we started there, really.
How did you sort of convince your wife that streaming was actually like a full-time thing which can bring money into the household?
So before I was full-time streaming, I was working as a gym instructor, gym trainer, and I was training fighters for cage fighting. And I was also doing bar work, just trying to get a bit more extra cash in. So I was doing every avenue I could to get cash in. I've got 3 kids to feed, so that was the main part to it. But my wife saw after a while how every time it was a day to start work, my morale was a lot lower. And I was getting more and more depressed because I wasn't enjoying being at work. I was more enjoying the stream part to it. So I remember finishing shift one night and I came home and the wife went, right, we need to talk. I was like, oh shit, okay. And she went, you're not happy. You're not happy with any of this. So look, quit your job. And it took a little convincing because I was like, no, we need the money. She went, look, you're streaming, you're earning the same amount on your stream as you are with your jobs right now. So, we're not really going to lose anything if you go full time. So yeah, we decided to quit the jobs and go full time. A lot of people will come to my stream and go, but you've only got 100 subs or just over 100 subs. How are you full time? And the way we did it was she works full time, I work full time. We split the bills in half. So long as I cover my half, I can stream full time.
I think your wife is the first woman in history to tell you to quit your job.
Yes, yeah, she's an amazing. She's 100% amazing.
That's really an amazing woman for sure. What what got you into, because right now are you more of like a variety streamer? Because I think mostly you play Warzone right now, right? But you've like you've mentioned, like you've played other games in the past, right?
I've played other games. I've played RPGs. I've played
Right.
tactical shooters, strategies. If I'm honest, I'm doing the content creator part and chasing the fact that season 2's out and it's got all the hype behind it, and so I've just
Right.
jumped on the bandwagon like any sort of full-time streamer is going to do. You need to be jumping that hype and building on it.
Yeah, I think that's the thing about streaming, because I've also been streaming for G2A for about like 2 years, a little over 2 years at this point, and that's the thing. It's sort of like, as a streamer, you're sort of like a marketer in a way, right? Like it's like marketing, because you have to like be on the ball all the time. You have to know which game is popular, which game people are liking, which game is trending. I mean, look at what happened with Among Us, right? That game was out for like 2 years before it blew up, I think.
Yeah,
I
think it took a group of streamers to blow that game up out of the water.
I think it was Soda Poppin'. He just blew the shit out of that game. And then I think that game was like on the verge of actually dying. They were gonna stop like updating it or supporting it, and then just like bam, out of nowhere, there's millions of people playing it.
Millions of people. There's now skins out for say Ninja and all that sort of stuff. It's gone crazy. It's
sort of also become like a pop culture reference, right? Among Us,
yes.
Like there's like, it's crazy because like, you know, like I mentioned before we started talking, or like before we started to stream, I have a 3-year-old daughter, and she likes to watch these like little cartoons on YouTube of like people just like, you know, they have like stuffed animals and they make voices of them, and they're just like and then they were talking about Among Us, and I was like, what, this is supposed to be a children's like thing. And they
don't
like
let your child watch the streams.
and I was like, this is crazy. Like I can't believe how much that game blew up. You know, so it just goes to show that like you sort of have to be on top of the ball when anything happens in the gaming world, right?
Yeah, especially when it comes to streaming, you've got to jump on that bandwagon. I mean, you see what happened with Fortnite when it came out. All the biggest streamers went on, and it became one of the best games in the world. It was like top ranked game for the world, just because all the streamers got on it. It got all the hype with it. So it like I said, it just takes the right streamer to jump on a game, and it can blow anything up. It's crazy.
True.
Just want to go back for a second. You mentioned 100 subs. There's a few people in chat, Writers and Ventec. They said that 100 subs is quite a lot. When you started, what was your goal? Was it like, were you happy with like getting 20, 30, 50?
When I first started, I wanted 1. I'll be honest. My first sub, and I will always remember it. He's one of the bigger Warzone streamers right now, Jared FPS. Because prior to being on Twitch, I was on Mixer, and I was on there before the platform really kind of got anywhere. It was called Beam back then, and I was one of the first 100 partners on the platform alongside Jared FPS. And he was my first sub. So when I got a first sub button, he was the first one in. And I've been friends with this guy ever since. He's someone I look up to massively as an inspiration. So yeah, I was hyped for my first sub. I think any person that gets a sub, but when you get that first sub, that is a massive milestone. That shows that someone is interested in your content alone. So yeah, always be hyped for that first one. 10, 20, you know, that's something you got to work up to. It's not going to happen overnight. I'm very fortunate to have a very supportive community that's going to drop the 100. I think at the minute I'm at 170, I think it is, but that's only because we had some crazy fool the other day dropping 50 out of nowhere and scaring the. But I think I was nearly the first streamer to die on stream. I'm not gonna lie, it was terrifying. But yeah, it's one of them. If you've got the right community behind you that they want to push you, they want to support you, then the world's your oyster.
What goals do you have at the moment? Do you have any goals? Is it like written down like, okay, at the end of the year I want 200, 300 subs? Do you have anything like this?
I'm not. I try not to make goals that rely on someone else. So the goals I have are to make sure I'm putting out content. So I'm streaming 5 days a week. I try to get at least 2 videos out a week on YouTube. I try to get at least 3 videos out a week on TikTok. They're my kind of goals. It's relying on me. Then it's pushing me. If you start going, oh, I've got a goal to hit 1,000 followers, you're relying on someone else then to actually give you that, and that's not really what you want to do. You want to set goals for yourself that aren't relying on other people. That's how you build.
Let's say we have like sorry, Mike. Let's
No,
say
it's
we
all
have a
good.
few
Go
like
ahead.
streamers in the chat right now, and they want to like come bigger. Do you have any tips or anything you can tell them?
Yeah. I mean, if you've just started out streaming, you've got your affiliate button. That's fantastic. That's one milestone you've hit. Keep pushing. Make sure you're social on social media, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram. Get yourselves out there with clips of your stuff. Daft little videos of yourself when you're out and about, even with your mask on. Sort of, I'm out getting, I don't know, cigarettes, or I'm out getting some Coca-Cola for the. Just make content outside of streaming. If you're wanting to build your stream, you need to be making content outside of it, because Twitch is only going to get you so far. And if you're down the line of 1-2 viewers, no one's going to be scrolling 50 pages to get to you. So if you're getting your content out on Twitter and Instagram and TikTok and what have you, and guiding people to your Twitch, that's the better option. That's the only way you're going to grow now.
Yeah, I think people that just start out on just streaming, they sort of get the wrong idea. They're I've been saying this for a while now. People that just start off streaming, they think they're just gonna you start the stream and the viewers are just gonna fly right in. They're just gonna come right in, right? But in reality, I think when it comes to streaming itself, the game has changed, because you don't just
dramatically.
dramatically. I mean, if you were one of the first streamers in like 2010 that started streaming on Justin TV before it became Twitch, then then by this time you are soda popping, okay? Or you are soda popping, or you are freaking Shroud or Asmongold or whatever. However, it's more than just turning on the game, turning on your stream, and just talking with your chat. I think streamers these days, people watch streamers because of their personality, right? They could watch anyone else really and get the same gaming experience, but it's all about the personality, right? So
yeah, I mean, you got to stand out as well. You can't just go live and go, well, everyone's going to come flocking to me. If you are the most boring person in the world and not talking or not interacting, not making an ass of yourself, no one's going to stay. No one's going to interact with you, because they're going to just come in and go give you. Put it this way: when someone comes into your chat, you have, I think, mathematically 15 seconds to impress that person to stay. Because normally within 15 seconds, they've made their mind up whether to stay into your channel or move on to the next one.
15 seconds.
Well, if you look at a lot of people will see the view count, and that view count refreshes every 25 to 30 seconds. And in that time, someone's been in and gone, and they're not even registered as a view.
Oh, okay. When I started streaming, I think it was like this time last year, basically, I was always worried about that view count. And for example, one moment I could have like 10 people, and then I could have 2. How can you stay like motivated, even if, for example, there's 2 people watching, 3 people? Is there anything you do, or?
I turn my view counter off. If when I was first starting out with 1-2 viewers, I'd turn my view counter off and pretend I'd have 10. In my head, I've got 10. In my head, I got 20, and I'd play up to the fact I've got more people in than actually is there. If you have that view counter up, it will honestly deflate you, because you'll be streaming every day and you're going, I've got 1 person in, that's me and my bot, great, and it will deflate you. If you turn that view counter off and just crack some jokes, make an ass of yourself, have some fun with it, be lively. I know not everyone can be energetic and lively on stream every day. I can't. I'm getting too old for that shit. I'll have bursts now where I'll go quiet and then I'll have bursts of but it's one of them. It's one of you. If you don't stand out, no one's going to know you.
You mentioned about age. Does that play as like in a factor as a streamer or as a content creator? Do you feel like your reactions getting slower? Maybe you don't feel like motivated much, or
I find I get tired more. So the longer I stream, so when I first started streaming, when I was a wee early 30s, before, in fact, I was a lot. I could go longer. I could go for 6, 10. I was doing 24-hour streams like once every month. I can't do that now. I can't do anything more than a 6-hour stream, and I'm absolutely flagging and going, you've exhausted me to the point where, because it is very, very tiring. It's mentally tiring. You come off and you go, oh my God, I need to sleep. I need a nap. I need something. No matter what G Fuel, what sneak you're drinking, you will come to that point where you go, I need to come off. But those people that are pushing stuff past 6 to 8 hours will burn out faster as well.
if you remember in the stream the other day, Nicolan was saying like some days he doesn't feel in the mood before he streams. Like he has to put on this this persona or this
Yeah.
gimmick. How do you sort of like get in the mood every day to be who you are?
I sit at my desk, I put on some very, very, very loud rock music, and I thrash out the just to put my mentality in a hype state. I just blow it out of me. It's to the point the wife walks in and goes, "You've got headphones on," and I can hear that in the kitchen. Turn it down. But it just gets me in the mood. Anything of my favorite artists or whoever's going around, just something that's really going to get my motivation going.
Perfect. I'll let Mike ask questions because I'm sort of like flying right in. So go on, Mike.
It's all good. It's all good. No, we're all here to ask questions. Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say that, like, so I think when I just started out streaming, and I had like that one person, that bot watching, I was also getting like a little bit demotivated, right? But I think the best mindset to have is to actually stream like there's 1,000 people watching you.
Yeah,
then it's a completely different ball game, and whoever comes into your chat and they catch that one moment, that one awesome moment that was awesome for them, then they will stay, right? So
it's true. I mean, if someone walks in and you're sat not looking at your camera or not interacting with your chat, they can see you just sort of zone into the game and not interact. They're gonna leave. Hardly anyone's gonna say hi because you're
absolutely
sat there. Yeah, you've not spoken anything. So
sometimes if you are really good at a game, then you don't even need to say anything.
Oh yeah, if you cracked, someone will stay. Oh my God, that dude was amazing.
If you're like a Shroud is a horrible entertainer. I mean, he sucks he's bad. He's boring as hell, dude. But
if we compared me to Shrek or Tim the Tatman, I'm more like Tim the Tatman. I will fall flat on my face and
right. And but the reason why people watch Shroud, and that's not because he's a good entertainer like Dr. Disrespect. Dr. Disrespect production value was like Hollywood, right?
Oh, yeah.
And just his personality. But Shroud is just an amazing killing machine, and people want to watch him pop skulls in whatever game he plays.
Yeah, they want to see those 360 no scopes off him.
He's just an insane player, and he's he's a very competitive type of dude because he was in competitions a lot. There's a good documentary on YouTube about Shroud as well. So
yeah, when he was with C9 and what have you.
Yeah. When he was in C9 and he was competing in a bunch of tournaments, and he was trying to become like this literal god. Well, he is a literal god, but
now he's a demigod. Yeah.
Now he's a demigod. But yeah, I mean, like it just depends on your niche. There's here's a statistic. I don't know how updated this is, but there's like over like 3 million streamers on Twitch, and there's like 10% of them that have like at least 500 viewers, maybe a little bit more. So it's just,
if you have more than 20 viewers, you're in the top 1%.
Yeah, that's insane, right?
Which is insane. Yeah,
it's absolutely insane to think about that. It's like an ocean, right? Like it doesn't. The chances of you being only discovered on Twitch are like literally slim to none. You won't grow only on Twitch. Like you were mentioning before, like TikTok and YouTube and stuff like that. TikTok, I think people are I think some people have a wrong impression of TikTok.
People are sleeping on TikTok. That is
There's
huge
I know,
beneficial.
yeah, they are sleeping on TikTok. The reason why is because it's got this false pretense because TikTok used to be Musically, right?
Yes,
And
yeah.
and Musically was just like a platform where people were like teen girls were dancing to like Taylor Swift or some shit like that.
My daughter was one of them.
Yeah, well, there you go. See? And now I'm not saying that TikTok isn't that, because in a sense it is. However, the majority of the TikTok content that people consume is just like funny videos, entertaining and educational stuff. And gaming content as well. So, I mean, being a streamer, jumping on that TikTok wagon, posting your clips, you never know which one of your clips will blow up because the TikTok algorithm is super weird, man. It'll make a video popular for no reason. I don't know why. I don't know why it works like that.
I've had a couple of videos hit over 1,000 views in an hour.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense to me. I've been doing TikTok for like a year. Some gaming content, some just like trying to hop on like the trend wagon and stuff like that. I'm doing a little bit less now, but I've had some success on TikTok. I've had like, I don't know, I think like my most organically reached video was like 80,000 views or something like that. And
wow.
and basically what I did was I was making memes. I was taking gaming memes and I was turning them into videos. And it worked, and it works. Like some of them worked. So yeah, people shouldn't sleep on TikTok. They should really give it a try. Whether
if you're in chat and a streamer, and if you haven't got TikTok, get on there right now and make an account.
The only thing I see wrong with TikTok is that I have this perception that it's trying to take what Vine had. And I was a huge Vine, fan, and I look at TikTok as like trying to take over that. And it comes out with this cringy type of, childish jokes, these childish, like I see a lot of children on it. So how can, for example, how would you change my mind if I have this perception of TikTok being like this?
You are definitely looking at the wrong TikTok if we were seen as kids. No, I've got quite a few following that I follow, and they're all adults. I follow a lot of cosplayers because I love to see the artwork they can do with themselves and all the creations. It's fantastic. I think it's dependent on who you follow and what you do with it. But yeah, I don't follow any dancing. I have no interest in dancing crap. I just skip straight off. Not interested.
Basically, the TikTok algorithm it feeds you content based on who you're following and what you watch. So if you're watching kids dancing, Steve, then that's what you're gonna get. You're gonna get kids dancing, and that looks weird because you're 30.
Yeah, can we like edit this at the end so this doesn't come in the video? I don't want people to know I'm watching kids dancing.
To be fair, dude, TikTok is full of it, and it's gonna happen. Someone's gonna catch a video. Don't worry.
Yeah,
no one's blaming you.
Yeah, so like, I mean, it's it depends on what you watch. Like for me, whenever I turn on TikTok, I like to watch dog videos. So I saw loads of I keep getting fed like dog videos, like really funny ones. Some of them are just cute puppies, just like I'm just like, oh my god, this is so adorable.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I'm following a wolf one at the minute. The guy's got a wolf pet and it keeps jumping over stuff. Oh, it's phenomenal.
Yes, I mean, like really, people are like for real sleeping on TikTok because there's like some really good shit on there. There's some really good content, and it can also give you ideas for like maybe things that you could do. I don't know, for your stream, for a YouTube video, something like that, And because I mean, if you blow up on TikTok, you're gonna blow up everywhere else, man. Dude, so
crazy.
I know, by the way, your son, he's a gamer. He's an Overwatch team at the moment. When he was growing up, did you kind of like sit down and play games with him? How did you become a gamer?
So when the 360 came out, I brought it. I was sat playing Tom Clancy Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter 2. God, that's a mouthful. And he used to sit and watch. He was only about 4 at a time, and he'd sit and watch. And as he got to about 5 or 6, he'd sort of grab the controller and go, "Can I play? Can I play?" So from about the age of 5 or 6, he was gaming with me. By the time he was 8, he was kicking my butt. So he's always had that gaming gene, just like I am. He is. If you ever meet us, we're both basically the same person. Just he's slightly taller with more hair. It's terrifying on how well we are. We're basically the same person. It's crazy.
I think that's really awesome when parents can, like, you know, have similar interests as their kids. You know, I remember only playing one game with my mom and my dad when I was like 7, and it was like an old school Sega Genesis game that me and both of my parents beat. And I was like, wow, I love video games. And then, like, that's basically like when my video game like hobby started to grow because of that.
Yeah.
Do you still play games with your son today, or?
Yeah, we stream quite regularly together because he streams as well now. So he turned 18. He robbed half of my my setup. And he went across. He bought himself a desk, bought himself a new chair, and now we both stream on Twitch. Sorry, I'm just shooting him away. He's just trying to get into some sneak. But yeah, so he streams as well on Twitch, and we both have some fun together.
If he's right there, just like put him in the camera. We can see him. We can say hello to people.
I am Evan. He's probably gonna ignore me now because I shoot him away.
I like the fact that the other day he came into your room with some tea when we were playing games, and he didn't even like make you a tea, and I could tell you were so upset about that.
That was my youngest lad. He walked in with a cup of tea, and he's all happy. He made himself a cup of tea. He's like, "How dare you? You not made me one." I couldn't believe it. Ev, sorry, can't shout down the microphone.
There's no worries. We were talking. Oh, is he coming?
Come say hello to the stream.
Hello there. How are we doing?
Yo, you look just like your dad, dude.
Yeah, you do.
He really is a spitting image. Right, what sneak do you want?
How does he feel if people say like, "Oh, you look like your dad"?
Oh, he doesn't care. He turns around and says, "At least I've got good genes." So, yeah.
I was gonna ask you, Naza, because you mentioned your setup, and I was gonna ask you because G2A is doing a contest for roast my setup, and how would you feel? How would you feel about posting a picture of your setup using the hashtag? You know, obviously you got to have a piece of paper with the hashtag on it, roast my setup, and have people roast your setup.
Right? No.
Is it that bad? Is it that bad? Is it that bad?
Yes. Yeah, it's that bad. I am the typical gamer. I have so much clutter on my desk. It is unbelievable.
Dude, it can't be worse than mine. I mean, I have like crumbs or something like in my keyboard, and I posted it and people went hard, dude. They went hard. So I don't know, man. Are you man enough?
Show me a bit of cheese and I'll show you.
It literally can't be worse than mine. I have like all my son's stuff here. Like, for example, I have like train set up. I have some Duplo, some Lego. I have 3 bowls here, 2 cups, 2 energy drinks. I have my Nintendo Switch kind of all covered in dust. I have some masks, and I have some plastic bags. It literally can't be worse than my setup.
Okay, hang on a second then.
Oh, I have a broken balloon.
Let me get a bit of paper.
Dude.
Oh, he's gonna do it. Oh,
he's gonna. Nice, dude. Nice. Let's go, boys.
So what is it? Hashtag roast my setup.
Roast my setup G2A. Yeah, there you go. Post it.
Is your wife at the end gonna be like, "Why did you show him your desk? This is just
why did you do that?" Yeah. This is gonna be interesting.
Oh, can't wait to see this.
Alright.
We were talking about parents and games. My mum actually played a lot of games with me growing up. So, for example, like she helped me complete Crash Bandicoot on the PlayStation 1. She actually helped me go past the last level on GoldenEye on Nintendo 64.
Wow, really?
Yeah, so like she was like heavily like Spyro the Dragon. She played a lot with me. Broken Swords, some stuff like this. So when I was growing up, my mum was the one who was actually helping me complete these games. My dad was the one who sort of like getting these games. So they like really encouraged me to like get into games, and like thanks to this, like I got into gaming like I think 1999 with Unreal Tournament, like when I really got competitive with it. So
Okay.
yeah. How did like anyone in your family sort of get you into game, or just like one day you sort of thought like, I don't know, let's see what this is?
My dad got me into gaming. He was a massive. We used to sit and play the Commodore 64 together, the Amiga 500 together. Then he bought himself the Amiga 1200, which was the first Amiga that had a base system. It was like the first step into PCs. And then he bought himself a pre-built tiny PC back in the day. And then, so yeah, he kind of got me into the gaming, playing like Warcraft, the original, Command and Conquer, Cannon Fodder. So he's the one that kind of got my juices flowing for that. I mean, I had a little console. I had a Sega Master System, and I'd play like Paperboy or what have you, but it was nothing as extravagant as what my dad was got me doing. Yeah, what else was he doing? Yeah, he got me into gaming, and then we met. He somehow got a new friend, and that's how I got into PC building, because his friend was a builder of PCs. So I'd sit there for hours, age of 8 years old, pulling PCs apart and putting them back together, and yeah, it was a lot of fun.
It's awesome. I used to do that too when I was a kid. I remember my dad, he bought me a computer with my communion money, and it was like $1,000, like, you know, $1,000 like 15 years ago, or 20 years ago. That was a lot of money, for our family at least. And he bought me this computer. And, you know, over the years, you know, I played games on it and stuff. But as I got a little bit older, I got interested into computers. I would just take it apart. I would take it apart and I would not know how to put it back together.
Oh, you can hardly see the tag, but I'll tag it on the tweet anyway.
Okay, for sure, man. Nice.
You saw me writing it, so.
Thick.
When my dad was kind of like a PC salesman, I think it was in like the.
Your dad was a PC salesman?
Yeah, he was
Crazy.
selling like computers in the 80s, and like he was telling me like a while ago that he was selling these computers for like hundreds, if not thousands. And like back in the day, these computers were like nothing, and they were like so expensive. And nowadays, like you can go out and get like an SSD for like fairly decent money. So like, you know, the equipment's got so much better and so much cheaper over the years.
Yeah, I mean, and it's only going to keep getting better and cheaper as time goes, you know. I don't know, maybe there's like a threshold for as cheap as technology can get. I'm not sure, because I mean, technology is it's just getting more advanced, it's getting quicker, it's getting higher quality. It's, you know, as the years go on, right? Better graphics cards, better monitors, better keyboards, and so on. But I don't know, like it just seems like that, you know, new technology is always going to be expensive, always. I mean, you buy like a 60-inch OLED TV, it's going to cost you like $4,000, $7,000, 10. You know, those things are expensive as shit, right?
You look at Tim the Tatman with his $10,000 TV.
What? I mean, that's insane, dude.
That's become one of the biggest memes around. But yeah, he spent $10,000 on a TV.
God damn.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, people like their toys, right? They like their toys, but yeah, I just
VR is like really, really expensive. I don't know if any of you are into VR, but if you want to buy a VR headset, it's pretty expensive.
Yeah, I think VR is another story, right? Like everything is starting to be like augmented reality, virtual reality. You know, there's people that are like using simulations to like learn how to fly a plane. You know, like it's crazy. We are literally living in the future, right? Excuse me.
There we go. The tweet's out. I've tagged you in it.
I see that Alex, guys, if you're watching on Twitch or on YouTube, wherever, feel free to ask questions. Feel free to ask questions in the chat. We see your chats when we have a moment. We will answer them, so don't be afraid to do that. If you have a question for me, or scalpers. God, those scalpers, those bastards, dude.
I mean, a lot of people gave the Nvidia a lot of shit when the 30 series came out, going, "Oh, I can't believe they only made so many." And that I think a lot of people also seem to forget that we're in a fucking pandemic. Like 3/4 of the factories were probably closed. They couldn't make enough silicon to do any of it.
Right.
But no, Nvidia are bastards for not making enough cards to go around the world. Yeah, the scalpers were bad because they took off what was there. But yeah, a lot of people seem to realize that the world's in tits up right now.
I was thinking about this the other day, actually. So the 30 series cards, they're being scalped like there's no tomorrow.
Yeah.
Did the same thing happen when the 20 series of cards came out?
No.
Because I don't remember that happening. Because the 20 series are still good cards, like the 2080 Ti and like the 2070, and like those are good cards. But that didn't happen. Is it maybe?
I think the scalpers got it mainly because of all the Dogecoin and what have you that was inflating everywhere, and they all wanted to be mining it, and I guess kind of got something to do with it, if I'm honest.
I mean, did you ever see that picture of the dude that bought like 100 3080s RGB ones?
The RGB setup.
Yeah,
huge.
And then he was like, and then there was, I don't know, he added like some kind of comment or something that like, oh, it's good to be alive, or some sort of cringy shit. But yeah, it's people like that are the problem. It's people that are buying them off using bots, because they don't buy them themselves. You think they buy them themselves? Hell no, they have bots to buy them off of Amazon or wherever, whatever, eBay, it doesn't matter. Or like as soon as they go, like these bots are quicker than people when they buy this shit. And yes, I think that might be the reason why like an average Joe like me, when I go to like an electronics store website and I try to buy a graphics card, it's always out of stock. Right. And when it shows that it's coming back in stock in, let's say, a day, and then I come a day later, oh, it's in stock, boom, out of stock again.
Yeah. I had a lot of friends that were upgrading the PCs same time I upgraded mine. And they were all going, oh, we're waiting for the 30 series. And I was like, I need an upgrade. I had a 1070, and I was like, it's on its last legs. I need something different.
Yeah.
So I brought the 2070 Super. And then a week later, they announced the prices for the 3070, and I was just like, "You're taking." I could have got the same car, a better car for the same price, because they were advertising at £500 UK. I was like, "Son of a." But I was like, "Right, I've got a 2070 now. It's fine." And then all this shit happened where no one could get one. I was like, "I'm so glad," because I'd have been sat here with an old system, still waiting for an upgrade. So
yeah, it's insane.
The 20 series cards are fantastic cards, and a lot of people are sort of going, "Oh yeah, but it's not a 30 series."
Dude, I got the 2070 Super in my rig right now, and it's really good. It's so good, dude. Such a good card. I'm waiting for it to win my 3070 on Roast My Setup. Yeah, that's right. We are giving one of the main prizes is 3070 for the Roast My Setup contest. So should be interesting. It should be interesting.
Oh, so I'll voting, boys. I want to win this. The tweet's out. Come on. What's that about?
Yeah. So I don't know, these graphics cards. Like, I don't know. I was sort of hoping that after Christmas that they would sort of like have more, but they don't.
Yeah.
They don't.
I'm hoping by the middle of this year, like I said, all the factories get back up and running, and we can start making more silicon for it. But right now, like I said, the half of the world is basically shut down,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
crazy.
You also said that, for example, people were upset and they kind of, go to Twitter and stuff. But Twitter has been used as this like thing, like, look at Cyberpunk. So many people were waiting for Cyberpunk for so long, and they were pushing and pushing and pushing. And then when that came out, like there was so much disappointment. Twitter, social media in general has this like thing, like they kind of like asking or like forcing like these developers to like do stuff. And there's this thing at the moment, like we were talking before the stream, like Twitter, people tend to go there, they tend to complain, and people are obviously complaining with scalpers, and rightly they should. But even let's say, for example, it's not the scalper's fault, people still complain.
Yeah.
And it's like, do you have like people complain with your streams, and how do you kind of like get rid of these people? How do you avoid this sort of situation?
If I get really toxic, salty people in chat that are moaning and miserable, I try to ignore them and leave my mods to it. If I have to step in, I'll just time out. And I'll literally say, look, I've timed you out. Here's the reason. You're being miserable twat. You're bringing the vibe down of the stream. If you want to hang out, that's cool. But if you're going to be miserable, then you might as well leave and come back another day. And I'll just give them a timeout. Because when you're streaming, you don't want that sort of toxicity in the chat. Because with a stream, you're consistently looking. And as you're looking and seeing, really, it just brings your mood down. And before you know it, you're back down to, oh, God, right, okay.
Yeah.
Lads over it. It's so bad.
I have like literally no tolerance for people that come into the chat and just start talking shit when they're just like literally, I don't even care. I don't even care if you're like a first time viewer and you come in and you're like, oh dude, you're fucking trash, bro. Fuck you. And I'm just like, ban. I don't, you know what? Yep. Because like, if he comes in there once like that, he's gonna do it again. Right. Yep. He doesn't care. Right. And he's going to grief your stream. So I don't even care. And people are like, oh, dude, you shouldn't do that. It makes you look like an asshole. I'm like, dude, you look at these people that come into the chat and just all they want is drama. And the reason why they do that is because they want attention. They want you. I'm not going to lie. Like when I first started streaming, people were talking shit to me. I was talking shit back to them. And
guilty.
And I was
guilty. I was so the same.
I was like, you know what, dude? But then I thought to myself, I was like, you know what? The only thing that I'm just feeding the troll right now. That's all I'm doing. I'm just feeding the troll. People
follow me because I was feeding the troll.
Yeah.
I was ripping into them like fucking wano.
Yeah.
And it's like, I had people going, dude, you're amazing. I'm following you. And it's just like, and when I tried to change and go, look, I'm not going to feed it. I had people leave that because I wasn't being. And it's just like, well, it is what it is. But yeah, I was a horrible troll eater.
Wouldn't like if you kind of like go at these trolls, wouldn't more come in and like it'd be like a never-ending cycle, and that's why you kind of changed.
Yeah, it kind of got to the point where I was getting trolled a lot more. Whereas now I don't acknowledge it. I don't. I just look at it and walk off, sort of thing, and just leave it and let my mods sort it out. And that's the best thing any streamer could do is do not acknowledge a troll. If they're being even if it's not just your trolls you need to worry about though, it's also your community as well. Because if they see you starting to be toxic as well, it can turn the whole community toxic. And that's the last thing you want to do. So you need to try to stay positive vibes as much as you possibly can. Otherwise, you're going to end up with a community that's as toxic as any troll that comes in. And you don't want that.
Yeah, I mean, toxicity. I just wanted to say that like toxicity brings more toxicity. People, I don't know why, because like we live in like this really weird internet era where it's like people want to just get other people mad, just like that, like they just do. And like the reason for that is because they're not face to face, like you don't see other people. Like if you were to bring Twitch chat into a real life conversation, like someone is going to die, you know, like someone, you know, like people are going to get injured. So like, you know, people just they don't have the balls to like say the things that they say in real life as they do in Twitch chat or on the internet in general, you know.
Yeah.
And
I
it's
mean, I've been to conventions and I've met up with trolls, and they're like, "I'm really, really sorry." And they've kissed my ass so much. It's I shouldn't have said that. I was like, well,
dude,
don't be a dick. You know, grow up.
yeah, exactly. And you know what? I think I don't know. I usually try to live by like this motto, you know, forgive and forget, right? But so for some,
Everyone gets two chances. The first chance, second chance, then the ban.
you know, I think it's always like they also say like if fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. Fool me 3 times, then it's like something else. I don't know.
Door. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a door.
Fool me 3 times, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
I did an interview with Mixer when it first came. When it first turned to Mixer, they were doing interviews with partners each week. And I made a comment on there that was probably one of the worst things I've ever done because it encouraged a lot. And it was, I don't get on with stupid people. Me and stupid people clash really well. If I can't have an intelligent conversation with you, I have no interest in being anywhere near you. And that was probably the worst thing I could have said on Mixer because it's full of blueberries and kids on Xbox. So yeah, that was a tough time for about 2 months after that. But yeah, I state the same. I like to have a conversation that's intelligent, not I'm hitting my head against the door frame. So if you're gonna come into chat and you know, I can't. I just can't. It's one of them.
You said that you met these like trolls in like conventions. Did you kind of like go up to them and be like, "Are you that dickhead troll that was like talking shit about me?" Or did they come up to you and be like, "Oh, I saw your size," and be like, "Oh, dude, I don't want any of this."
I was sat in. We were at Insomnia 64, I think it was, and I was sat in the coffee bar, the Starbucks coffee bar, and there was a whole group of us, and I think they were walking past, and I heard someone shout Nozza, so I was talking to someone, and all of a sudden, this one lad come across and went, "Are you Nozzabox?" And I looked at my shirt, and I had Nozzabox on my back, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm Nozza. Why? What's up?" And he's like, "I just want to apologize. I'm such and such." I was like, "Oh right." He went, "Yeah, I was having a really bad day." I just went, "Look, let me give you a tip. If you're having a bad day, stay off the fucking internet." And he's like, "What?" I just went, "Because if that's how you're gonna behave yourself whilst on the internet, then you're gonna get banned from every channel you go to. If you're having a bad day, stay off the fucking internet. Read a book, watch a movie, go outside, stay off the internet." And he was like, "Right, I'm sorry." And he came back and he subbed, and he's actually one of my long-time subs on Mixer back in the day.
To be fair to him, he's kind of like a big man to go up to and be like,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
I
I had mad respect for him, man. He came and sat with us for the rest of the day, and he was sat with us all day for the rest of it. So yeah, he was. But yeah, it does take a big man to step up and go, "Look, I was out of line there."
That's respectable for sure.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you. Go ahead. Okay.
No, go.
Okay. Because you mentioned you multiple times already that you were on Mixer, and I'm really curious how did you feel when it closed down? Just like because this is okay. I'm sorry. This is gonna be like a 2-part question. Okay,
Yep,
2-part question. So first, how did you feel when Mixer was gonna shut down? And my second part of the question is Mixer had this transition to Facebook Gaming, like they partner up with Facebook Gaming, and so why didn't you go with Mixer to this Facebook Gaming? Because as far as I know, Mixer partners, they were already going to be Facebook Gaming partners, so you would have basically kept your community and your status, your partnership status, and stuff like that. So why did you decide to just go on Twitch?
Okay, so when I first started streaming, I was a year on Twitch, so I'd already had a channel here already. And I moved over. So I was here 2015. I moved 2016 before the affiliate program became a thing. So I moved over to Beam, and everyone was like, "You're mad, you're crazy, and what have you." But yeah, so I saw a lot of things over the last year, I was on Mixer Change. We were asking for help on certain things, trying to get some new features added, take some old features away, and it got to the point in the last year nothing was being done by Mixer. It's like they just washed their hands already in the last year. And it got to the point where I felt like I didn't want to stream anymore, and I was getting to the point where I was getting depressed again, like I was back on my old job, because it just felt more of a chore than enjoyment. So I'll start talking to the wife about it, and she went, well, look, you've got to decide whether to leave or stick it out. This was before we knew what was going to happen. And I was like, right, okay. So I sat with my community. We arranged a meeting in Discord. I got all my mods in. I got most of my followers to come and hang out. And we were like, right, this is what's happening. I'm not feeling this. I'm not feeling that. I'm considering moving back to Twitch. If so, would you guys, support that? And a lot of them were saying, yeah, it's a great idea, great idea. So we left Mixer in May. So it was the first full-time stream in May over on Twitch, on the channel that I'm on now. And then 2 months, June, so a month later, we just got ourselves sort of established again on Twitch. And a month later, Mixer tweet out, we're closing down. I laughed so hard, I think I nearly peed myself, because I'd already left. I had partners accusing me of inside information that I knew would happen. My DMs were full of it. Oh my god, why didn't you tell any of us this, that, and the other? I was like, I didn't know. All I can tell you is I didn't feel right. Things were not going right. The partner Discord was going to shit. No one was answering stuff. That's when so I bailed. There was something not right happening, and obviously, in my gut there was something. So yeah, I bailed. So when it all got announced, I was like, oh my god, it's like being dumped by your girlfriend by text message. I was laughing so hard it became the hilarious thing for about 3 streams. And yeah, they reached out to me because back then I was still partnered with Mixer, and they were like, look, do you want to move to Facebook with us? And they offered an incentive for the partners. I don't know if it's public or not, but I don't want to say it just in case. But yeah, they offered us an incentive if we streamed there for, I think it was 60 days. They would guarantee giving us a money sum. A lot of my community going, take it, and I was like, I don't want it, because then I'm stuck there for 60 days, and if none of my community follow me, I'm streaming to nobody for a guaranteed lump sum, and it just didn't feel right to me. So I stuck with Twitch. I looked at it. Twitch was the bigger platform. Facebook was only just getting itself started, although it's bigger now with Stone Mountain and what have you. But it wasn't as big as it is now. And it was either Twitch or YouTube, and Twitch won because I already had the channel there.
Did all of your followers follow you?
I lost 3/4 of my audience moving to Twitch, which was surprising.
Oh.
Where did they go? Did they just didn't like Twitch, or they just chose?
A lot of them went to Facebook and YouTube,
Mm.
which is it is what it is.
You know, that's the thing. Twitch is like super saturated, and like as I mentioned before, like there's millions of people streaming on Twitch, and
Yep.
like the chances of like someone becoming the next Shroud or Dr. Disrespect or Ninja are like slim to none. I mean,
Very.
there's people that are growing exponentially, like really fast, and there are big streamers with thousands of viewers and stuff. But like it just, I don't know, it's more difficult than it was, and that's why there's all of these other streaming platforms coming up. Like Facebook Gaming is growing too. Like there's people, you know, growing their streams on Facebook Gaming and YouTube as well. So I guess it just depends. I think it has a lot to do with a little bit of luck, to be honest. A little bit of luck. Yeah. It's
more luck than anything else. It's luck, and if your face fits. It sounds daft, but it's that. Is it if your face fits in a crowd and they're like, oh yeah, if it stands out, you are more likely to be successful, which is it's really horrible. And I know I say to a lot of people, make sure you stream with a camera. But again, it's like a popularity contest. If your face doesn't fit, then no one's gonna be. It's so difficult. It really is at times.
I remember we were talking on your streamer. I think it was like a week or two ago. You say that YouTube game is going to be the next big thing.
I think so. Yeah. Yeah.
It
how
is.
long? Do
It
you,
is.
How long do you give it?
I give it to the end of this year, maybe sooner.
You think maybe most people go to YouTube?
Yeah, I mean, one of the reasons that YouTube, when all the big streamers were being brought out by Mixer and Twitch, and then YouTube brought a couple of big ones. YouTube brought two of the bigger ones, Courage and Valkyrie, for one reason only, is the fact that they can pick their brain of what they need to do to build that platform. So now they've got the clipping system that's been integrated, which is why people weren't going to YouTube, because you couldn't clip. Now you can clip your streams. When a lot of people say you should build your brand outside of Twitch, on YouTube you can do that, because you can have multiple channels all linked together. So you can have a stream channel, you can have a channel where you're doing reviews on stuff, you can have a channel where you're doing vlogs and stuff, and it's all connected into one. And one video could blow up. So you could have a vlog where you're at a convention, and that could blow up. And then everyone's now seeing, oh, hang on, he's got this channel, he's got this channel, he's got this channel. And it just brings, it's like everything in one. And I really do think that YouTube, I mean, I love Twitch, but I do think within a year, YouTube is going to be the main platform.
Yeah, YouTube is huge, you know. I mean, it's not only huge for video, because it's the number one, I think, platform for video, obviously, but I mean, streaming on YouTube is really is a really good idea, because their implementation, like their features that they have for that are like combined with making videos and streaming, are really good. So because your streams, like right now after this podcast is over, it'll become a YouTube video, right? Yeah. So and obviously, like, the same thing happens with Twitch with the VODs, right? But
who in the right mind watches VODs?
Exactly. No one watches VODs on Twitch specifically, right?
If I'm not watching a live stream, I go to YouTube.
Exactly. No one goes on Twitch like, oh man, I'm gonna watch Nozzabox's VOD for the, you know, however much, or Steve's or Mike's or whatever. Yeah. It really all depends on like where you post your content. Honestly, like using programs like Restream, where you can stream to multiple places at once. It's sort of like not sponsored, by the way, but just because like I sort of like the program, but it's sort of like throwing like a big old fishing net into the water.
But and also Restream, if you're going to use Restream, do not take the affiliateship with Twitch.
That's another one. Because
if you're affiliate with Twitch, you can't Restream.
Right. If you're partnered affiliate with any other platform, if you're like, I think it goes with YouTube as well. Like if you're a YouTube partner, you can't stream anywhere else but YouTube.
No. If you're a Facebook partner or a YouTube partner, you can stream anywhere you want. The only the only place is Twitch that has the exclusivity. So if in the clause when you do it, you're exclusive to Twitch, and you can't stream the same content for 24 hours. So I could stream on YouTube. So I could stream today on Twitch, and then tomorrow I can stream on YouTube. Right. But it has to be different content.
Right. Okay.
Which is crazy.
I saw a pretty interesting comment on Twitch. Twitch is starting to worry me now, becoming less and less gaming based. Now that's another thing that I wanted to talk about. This was from Alex on Twitch. This is interesting because it sort of brings me back to my point that I was mentioning earlier, how it's not just turning on your stream and playing a game and talking with your chat. It's more than that, right? Like sometimes you have to make an ass of yourself. Sometimes you have to. It's basically like you're watching TV, but with other things happening than gaming. Whether it's like a contest or doing a lot of streams like with like friends and partners and stuff like that. Like that's
yeah, a lot of people. The problem is a lot of people see Twitch as a gaming site, and Twitch isn't a gaming site. Twitch
No,
is a
not
broadcasting site, so
right.
you can broadcast whatever you want. Although, yes, there is a lot of new stuff coming out with the art. There's the just chatting's blooming right now. It think of Twitch like Netflix. You're either going to find gaming, or you're going to find
Right.
just chatting, or you're going to find out. That's more the line of what Twitch is. It's not a gaming site. It is a broadcasting site.
And
Yeah.
one thing it's not, and this is what Alex kind of brings up, is not kind of like a late night adult thing. And nowadays, if I'm going on Twitch, I see a lot of, for example, women. I know it's very controversial, kind of using their bodies as a way to kind of like gain viewers, gain like attention.
I get this in my chat a lot. Going, "Oh my god, these people are stealing my views." I just went, "So you're male, right?" And they're like, "Yeah." They are there for a whole different reason. They are not stealing your views. They have no interest in watching you because you don't have what they have. Unless you are going to have an implant, they are not stealing your views. I can guarantee you that. Unless you want a pervy little man spanking his whatever you while you're playing Warzone, don't be so daft. They're not there. They're not stealing your views. Stop being stupid.
But
yeah.
you would agree that there's quite a lot of this type of content going around Twitch at the moment. I know Twitch is trying to do something about it, but
I mean,
there's-
yeah, they're trying to do something about it. I mean, Mixer did when it was about it. They said, right, you can't wear low cut tops, and it blew up the internet. Oh my god, you mean I can't wear low cut top? I was like, come on, grow the fuck up. All right, chill. But yeah, it's crazy. It's absolutely mental how all these little boys are going, "You're stealing my views." Oh my god! It's like, dude, little boy, you don't have tits, all right? They're not interested in sitting watching you play Warzone. Grow up. Oh
Yeah. I mean, it's just, you know, people are interested in a variety of different topics, right? Whether it's watching a 30-year-old man play Warzone, or watching, you know, a girl being a girl, right? You know,
I was
it's
actually watching a stream the other day where a woman was sat in an inflatable swimming pool, and she was just sat writing stuff on her arm.
I think I saw that.
that was her subs. Yep, that was every one of her shrimps. Twitch, don't ban me. I said shrimps. That's every one of her shrimps on her arm. That's what that is.
Yeah. I'm like, why? What is going on here? Why isn't like Twitch doing anything about it? And yeah, she did it again like the next day. She's done it like so many times, and Twitch doesn't do anything. And she's got like tens of thousands of people watching her. And
Yeah.
all she's doing is sitting in an inflatable swimming pool with water.
I remember when I was on Mixer, I think someone, let's say a 30-year-old man, he may have been older. He came over to Mixer and was like, as the Mayo King. Now this gentleman was a bigger size person, and was laid on his sofa and was sat with jars of mayo, and was just eating it off the spoon and rubbing it over his body.
Ew.
Now,
Ew, dude.
safe to say it didn't last very long, but yeah, I mean, each to their own, I suppose.
I mean, that's so, like, there's like really weird types of content that people are streaming. Like, I don't know, ASMR is one thing, okay? Like, I don't know, whispering. Like, you can't. I have
no problem with this, by the way.
like
that is the
ASMR, you know,
cringiest thing ever known to man.
it's super cringy, right? I know that it's super cringy. However, people like to watch it, dude. And there's like, I don't know if you guys noticed, but like, there's been people like streaming themselves sleeping. And
streams, yeah.
yeah, and there's like a guy literally just puts a camera on, like on his bed, and just goes to sleep, and people are like, dude, this is great. And like,
yeah. I can't do that because I sleep in the nud, and the last thing I want is me to kick the quilt off of my bare ass on the camera. I'm done. My channel's closed. So I would never think of doing this. It'd be such a wrong thing.
But then you've got kind of like a good option to go into OnlyFans. So you kind of stream and you've got your OnlyFans material.
Oh
so.
god, so wrong, so wrong.
Oh man, like I don't know. I saw I don't know, like you guys know who Mr. Beast is, right?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was donating. He made a video that he was like donating just to random Twitch streamers that had like no viewers, and
Oh, yeah,
he
yep.
and he found a dude that was just streaming himself sleeping. And the dude, and he just like, and he donated like 5,000,
10 grand.
like 10 grand, and
10 grand to this dude who was sleeping.
and the dude, he just like woke up and he was like, "Oh, $10,000, Mr. Beast." Oh, boom, and he just went back to sleep. And then he was like, "Wait, what the fuck?"
Yeah. Hang the. I just dropped you 10K.
Yeah.
Wake up.
Yeah, that was insane, dude.
Just a question for both of you. Let's say if you're both sleeping right now, how do I choose which one of you is the better sleeper? Like, how do I give you the view or you the view? How do people decide?
Whoever's snoring the most.
Oh yeah.
Who can snore the loudest? I tell you now,
Oh.
I'm like a freight train.
No, that's gonna be me, man. That's we can have a snoring battle if you want.
Oh goodness, that's
Oh, wow,
terrifying.
the new G2A chart challenge, just the snoring battle. Nozzabox
Yeah.
versus Mikey Shane.
Dude, I think I don't know. I think I would. I hate when I snore. Like, I mean, I'm not, like people that snore don't know that they snore unless someone else tells them that they snore, right?
Yeah, when
But-
I wake up with sore ribs, I know I've snored.
Yeah, and and I usually try to like sleep on my side or on my stomach, and then I usually don't snore. But when you're sleeping, you don't really have any control over yourself, so sometimes it can happen.
The moment before you go to sleep, apparently I like to drink cold milk, and apparently this is frowned upon. Like, people look at me like, what is going on right there? And I prefer to drink cold milk when I wake up. Oh,
I drink cold milk before I go to bed.
see, this is
Yeah.
maybe it's like a British thing. I don't know.
I have a glass of milk before I go to bed.
What are you guys, 5?
Yeah.
Jesus.
hey, I am 39 this year, and I still feel like I'm in my 20s. I don't care. Yeah, I have that. Mate,
Yeah, for me, that's
I mean,
like normal.
I mean,
I went out shopping today before this. Okay.
I mean,
I took, like,
Steve.
treats for myself because I'm a big fucking child. I
Oh,
got
Jack.
cookies and
There you go, dude.
that's how much of a big kid I am. I had to buy biscuits for the stream.
I mean,
Well,
Steve has the taste buds of a 5-year-old, so he doesn't like any
that
adult
Nozzabox
food.
is also British, so the things that I like, he will most likely like as well. So, like, I don't like Polish food, by the way. I feel it's like
Nozzabox, have you ever had Polish food?
Polish food, I have, yes. I can't remember the names of it.
Was it pierogi or like dumplings, sort of?
Yes, it was. It was amazing.
Did you? See, I told you, Steve. You have the taste buds of a 5-year-old, dude. Like,
No,
I swear to God, dude. Dude, the Polish food is delicious. Steve, you just burned your taste buds on Hot Pockets. That's why you can't taste anything else. Is there Hot Pockets in England?
No.
There's no. Oh, that's like an American thing. So you guys, is there any like a similar thing to Hot Pockets? I'm sure there is.
I mean, yeah, there's like your microwavable pizzas and stuff.
Yeah.
Like that. There are them. But yeah, Hot Pockets are not a thing over here, unfortunately. I'd like to. I bet Steve eats 5 Snickers for dinner. Oh my lord!
Have you seen like the size of me? I'm like thin as like a piece of paper. I'm not eating 5 Snickers.
Dude,
I would love to be your build. I'm not gonna lie.
Dude, when me and Steve are in the office,
I haven't been your build since I was probably 20.
Well, Steve, I have never been your build ever. I've always been a thick boy with 2 C's. A thick boy.
I'll say when I was training to be a fighter before I was teaching, I was an amateur fighter, and I remember having to put weight on for a fight. And ever since then, I've not been able to lose it, so I've just built on that instead. So yeah, it's one of them. My body's decided, no, you don't need to be that thin. Now build.
Dude, that's crazy.
Oh, go on.
Shut up, Steve. You go.
I was going to say that we have in the UK something called chocolate Mars bars, and I know you're aware of this. And I don't think
Bad Mars bar.
Yeah, there you go, bad Mars bar.
Yeah.
People outside the UK don't know what this is.
Dude, Mars
And
bar.
it's like
There's Mars
but
bars in
battered.
Poland.
Yeah.
Battered Mars bars though.
So
What's the
that,
difference?
that originated in Scotland because the Scots like to freak things out a bit. So yeah, it was the battered Mars bar,
Oh,
deep fried battered Mars bar. I started in
It's
Scotland.
absolutely amazing.
I'm interested in the Funkos behind Nozza. I've got a lot of Funkos. In fact, do you want to see the biggest Funko Pop I've got?
let's see
Go
it.
I say I've got. This is the wife's, not mine. She saw it. I had to buy it.
Oh wow.
Holy shit, dude. No way. The child. That's crazy.
That is huge.
It is absolutely. That only cost me £30 from Tesco's.
Wow.
That's
I didn't
awesome,
even know
man.
they made them that big.
Neither did we. That's why we had to buy it. That would not seem that big. We'll have that. Yeah, £30.
How many do you have in your collection?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Around 30.
Nice.
Yeah, around 30. I like to collect ones that are obscure. So I've got stuff from The Labyrinth. Remember that film, The Labyrinth?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I've got a little Hoggle from The Labyrinth and the big hairy beast, can't remember his name. We've got some Marvel ones: Captain America, Agents of Shield, Aquaman, Spider-Man, Superman. Jesus, I got Deadpool dressed as Bob Ross.
Let's see that one. I want to see that one.
Dude, I gotta see this shit. Oh my god.
So we have two. We have the Bob Ross because
You know,
No way.
Bob Ross has a rerun Twitch channel, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And I watch it. I watch it from time to time, and I actually enjoy it. So,
they're the Bob Ross, and then we have Deadpool as Bob Ross.
dude, that is the I need that in my life. I need it in my life right now.
So I'm trying to get the glare on there. But yeah, that's the Deadpool from Bob Ross. He's amazing.
Someone mentioned rarity when it comes to Funko Pops. Is collecting Funko Pops, is that what they're called? Funko? Yeah. Is
Funko Pop, yeah.
Is there like community for collecting these things, or
There is a huge community. I mean, these Funko Pops thing cost me £20, and some are now worth like over 100 for some of them. If you can find like the rare gold ones or whatever, some of them are worth an absolute fortune.
That's interesting. There's rare ones. How do you know if one is rare or not?
There was a website, I just can't remember what it's called, and it gives you this big list of like rarities, and I can't remember what it's actually called now, not off the top of my head. And I don't have it bookmarked anymore because I had to wipe my PC. Hey,
Wow.
I'll find that again. But yeah, I mean, I don't think I've got anything rare just yet. I know, Bob Ross Deadpool, I think that's worth now about £45-50 now. And the one I'm looking for that I really want, because I've got a massive attachment to gorillas, so I'm trying to find Gorilla Grodd. That's the main thing. I want Gorilla Grodd, from the Flash TV series, but everywhere's sold out. And if I want to find it on eBay, it's like £80-90. I'm not paying that sort of money just yet. I'm not that desperate.
I imagine
What's
you
like
have,
the
a lot of friends your age. How do they feel if like you tell them, oh, you collect these like Funko Pops, you stream? Do they kind of look at you like, are you 20? What's going on?
I mean, my parents hate it. My parents think it's a waste of time.
Oh,
a lot of my
please.
friends kind of they all went off on their own thing, really. So I don't really have many friends outside of streaming now, because I put this priority, and they were like, "You're just weird," and went off with their own thing. Yeah. Luckily, so I got such a supportive family. My wife and my kids absolutely love it. So my son's now a streamer himself. He's just taken off. I surprised him with 2 gifted subs last night. He was quite surprised. He then come down and told me off for it. But yeah, it's really good. I got a lot of support, which is really nice.
imagine a world where instead of giving your kids an allowance, you give them subs on their Twitch channel.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the way forward. That one.
Dude, it's happening. Like I said, we're living in the future, guys. We're living in the future.
Yeah, that we are.
guys, unfortunately, our time is coming to a close.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, time flies when you're having fun, right? As they say.
It really does.
So, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're gonna end the podcast for today. Remember, we do this every Friday. Nozza, I would like to have you on again, man. Would you be willing to come on again?
I am down. I'm down to become a third if you like. I'm not a problem.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah, dude.
Before we go, do you want to tell the people like your streaming times and like what you play and stuff? So
Yeah, go ahead and plug yourself.
So
Plug it up.
It's all UK times, 12 noon till around 5-6 p.m. because I have a family. It depends on what they want to do in the evening. So it's on between 12 in noon till 5-6 p.m. Tuesday through to Saturday. I have Sundays and Mondays off because again I got family. I stream Twitch mainly. I have a YouTube that I'm trying my best to put stuff up on, which is again Nozzabox, TikTok Nozzabox, Twitter Nozzabox. I mean, you can find me just about everywhere.
He's all over the internet. I see what's sweet on Twitch, right? Oh wow, Dad coming in hot with the 10 gifted. Can I get a pug?
Yeah, basically, yeah. He was quite hyped, not gonna lie.
That's sick, dude. That's sick. So yeah, guys, catch Nozzabox's stream, catch the G2A stream. We are doing another giveaway today for the G2A roast my setup. So Nozza, be prepared to get roasted today at 4:30 p.m. I can't wait to see it, man. And yeah, I can't wait to have you on again. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Have a fantastic weekend, guys. Happy Friday. And I'll see you in the next one. See you later. Bye-bye.
bye-bye.